is my house, and in my house, it's all about the M&Ms, music and money.
The idea of having a game show with sort of a variety show and music playing and trying to win money, and then the technology of Shazam, I said, this is an opportunity to come back and do something really fun on television.
Fox is back on Fox.
The only thing you need to know is music.
3 teams gonna battle it out to see who's the fastest at naming the monster hits. The quicker the answer, the more money they can make.
You'll have country, western, hip hop, you'll have everything.
Dance, sis. I'm just doing that. I ain't even heard the music yet.
Final song, they get a chance to actually play against Shazam. Shazam will come out and it's sort of ominous, letting you know it's man against machine.
If you can guess all 6 songs and you beat Shazam, audience, how much money they gonna make? $1 million!
They're guessing music titles and making lots of money.
Oh, this is crazy, man. We was having a good conversation.
Oh,
right?
it was good. It was good. But now we got to talk about beat Shazam. But first, can we please make noise for Jamie Foxx?
What up, man? This is crazy. I've never been here.
Yeah, we upgraded. Last time you were here, you were down at 770.
Okay, shit, because I was like, I've never been here. I never been. This is nice, man. I got a stage. Like a stage. I love this. It's like a high school play, and then I was in the fields.
See, you could actually, this whole place, you can move wherever you want.
Is that right? Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. That's crazy.
Oh,
How you do that with your mouth like that? Cheek piercings, huh? You pierce, that's only piercings? Everything. Okay, I'll leave that alone. I don't want to pierce everything. How do you sit still to pierce everything?
Hey. I mean, we are here, so we good. Hit that Millie Rock. So, beat Shazam.
Yeah.
When's the first time you used Shazam, actually?
Shit, when it came out, when Shazam came out, it was crazy. Like, you know how you're always in the club, like, yo, man, what's this mix or whatever like that? So the last time I used it, too, it was in Budapest, and it was a lot of crazy mixes. Like, there was the Migos mix. It was like a house mix. It was crazy. You use the Shazam. So I always use the Shazam, but like this idea to do the show, we've been trying to do this for like 3 years. We've been trying to get this together for 3 years. I met with Mark Barnett. Obviously, he created Survivor, created
Celebrity
Apprentice. That's your favorite?
Oh, no. But I did have a segue to that. But continue.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that, like, he created Celebrity Apprentice. Like, Mark Barnett's kind of like a kingmaker. That means you, Jamie Foxx, could run for president someday.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do,
Would y'all like to see that?
That's what I'm trying to do, baby. Yeah, we had a great conversation about that in the back. But I met with him, met with Jeff Aploff, who actually created it along with Mark, and then I came on as executive producer, and I said, listen, please let me get down on this because I'm jealous, man. Kevin Hart got his TV show. I'm jealous. J-Lo got her TV show. I'm jealous. The Rock got his TV show. And so I was like, this is the time for us to do something really special because it gives me an opportunity to tell jokes, have a good time. I had this piano on the set, so I said, it's a magic piano. Sometimes when I sing on it, the people that I'm singing might pop out. So,
really?
I'm sitting on this, so I would sit on, I said, where are you now that I need you? Now, that person didn't come out, so everybody was like, oh, he's joking. And then at one point, I said, beautiful, I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. And behind me, they surprised me, because behind me, all this smoke is billowing. And Snoop walk out.
Oh.
So Snoop walk out, and for all of the people that were watching and the contestants who have never been this close to stars, I mean, these people come from Davenport, Iowa, or come from Montana or Texas or wherever. When they saw Snoop, that was a wrinkle that we put in to sort of give the contestants a wow factor. But then as the show, progressed, when it came to the money for the songs.
They weren't stingy, right?
We weren't stingy at all, bro. And the thing is that our show is this. So for people watching, 3 teams battle it out to see who's the fastest at guessing the monster hit songs. The faster they answer, the more money they get. In the end, only 1 team is left standing to go up against the app Shazam. Now, if they could beat Shazam 6 times, bro, they get $1 million. And what's crazy is I watched somebody win $1 million.
Really? So
Watch
actually, I
them
heard
in
an
a-
interesting story about that.
Speak on it.
Is that she wanted, well, you had said it earlier this morning on Howard
Yeah.
Stern, but she wanted a ring.
Yeah. Here's the thing. She wanted. Here's the thing. What we didn't anticipate was how incredible the contestants was gonna be. Like nobody was playing for themselves. Like they was like, yo, I want to win this because my mom's house burnt down. I was like, oh. And then the other person like, yo, my friend got medical situation and no coverage. I want to pay for that. And then this was a main theme flowing. The one kid said, yo, I got to pay my student loans, Fox. Like 8 people had to say, I got to pay my student loans. Mm-hmm. They won $250,000. The father bust into tears. He said, man, I could put my baby. They were from Billings, something, Montana. And he said, man, I could put my babies through college, Fox. And the tears, and then, you know me, I was like, yeah, man, let's go to commercial.
Thug tears.
Yeah, and it was crazy because we didn't expect that. And then it was another lady. She from New York. Really, like she was tan. She was like I don't know if it's Jersey. She had that tan, a deep tan. And she was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Should I go for the money? I'm so nervous. Because if she goes for the money, she could win $346,000.
Wow.
And I said, well, your husband in the audience, let's ask him. I said, what do you think? Oh, Ralphie, what do you think I should do, Ralphie? And Ralphie's like, yeah, you know what to do. Go ahead and get it. Do it. And I was like, well, y'all sound like he was a made man. Yeah, do it. Do it. If we don't win, Shazam sleeps with the fish. Anyway, so she wins it, B. And we look at Ralphie, who was a tough guy, tears, man, runs into the middle. He said, man, we could do so much with our family with this $346 million. So we didn't anticipate that. So when you see the show, it's going to be the excitement of the game. But, man, like, people, like, this girl said, she looking at the board, it say 183,000. She said, I never seen no money next to my name like that. It's usually, like, they taking my taxes and all kinds of, you know what I'm saying? And then last but not least, the girl that won the million, it was crazy because she wanted a wedding ring. Mm-hmm. And the dude, they've been together for like 2 years, 3 years or whatever. She like, I just want a wedding ring. So we was kind of pressuring him like, yo, money you want to ask? You know, this would be a good time. Then she win that money.
Oh, he got it on one knee, I'm sure.
Things changed. Things changed. You said the minute that money, she was like, oh, well, wait a minute. Jamie, where you going tonight? No, I'm kidding. But it was, but what was weird though, like I'm telling her, I said like 5 seconds from now, because Shazam, it takes Shazam 2.5 to 5 seconds to guess to identify a song. Mm-hmm. I said, do you know in the next 5 seconds, you could be in another tax bracket.
Lit.
Like you could be saying like, how much they taking out?
Yeah.
It was like, who is FICA? You'd be like, what the hell? I said, you'll be on Forbes. Maybe not Forbes, but on your way, you'll be a millionaire, yo. Man, everybody, it was like a playoff game because everybody had been watching her play. Money, when she hit that million, money, the tears went, people was going nuts. It was crazy. So it's I think we got what we wanted. We really got what we wanted with all the different ingredients and the whole nine.
Who else did you have to come on the show?
Well, see, that was the thing. Like when I met with Mark and Jeff, I said, listen, we got to have an element where my homies come. And there was a little standoff. I said, I think we just need a little element of that. So they surprised me. They had this guy come on. What's going on with you, man? Who was that? What's going on,
Terrence
man?
Howard.
So Terrence came on. What's going on? I see you out there, man. Be Shazam, man. So Terrence came on, and it was great because he surprised me. He comes on, and so what we did, they had Terrence Howard's playlist. That's the genre, as opposed to country, pop, R&B. It's Terrence Howard's playlist.
What's Terrence Howard listening to?
This is so crazy. I'm thinking Lucius Lyon, so I'm thinking it's going to be whoop that trick, whoop that. I thought it was going to be some gangster shit, right?
Yeah, some Juicy J, you know?
Money. He gave us Devil Went Down to Georgia. He was looking for a shoulder steal. He was in the bind because he was out. I was like, oh, shit. And that threw everybody because they was thinking something else. So he had Devil Went Down to Georgia. And then he had some song like from, it was some like from Frozen or something.
Let It Go? Was it Let It Go?
No, Ariana, I can't remember, Princess or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was something that really, if you watching at home and you watching Lucius, you just turn the TV on, you're gonna trip out because he actually helped perform the song.
Yeah.
It's just, it was a little weird watching him do that, but he knew the whole song, and the kids and the children in the meadows or whatever it was. But it was great because, like I said, he helped us out. And then when Snoop came out, his playlist was like completely different. So we threw him curveballs, you know. So it was dope. Mariah Carey, bro.
So, what is Mariah Carey's playlist?
Here's what happened. I called Mariah. I said, listen.
So she's the homie. You could just hit her up like that.
Yeah, and that's what's good about growing up with icons.
Yeah.
Like we grew up. Like I watched Mariah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I watch. That's why when you see her getting a bad rap in social media, you just kind of go like, what the fuck is y'all talking about, man?
That's Mariah.
What are you talking about, man? You know what that is? She defined an era. And then here y'all on some goofy social media shit like, the shit. I'm like, no, that's real. That's real. Now, the people that were in our audience really appreciate that. So we had two contestants. They didn't know that I was going to pull it on them, but they huge Mariah fans. So I said, listen, I don't want you to sing. She says, Jamie, you know how they do. I get down there, I don't want you to do nothing. This is my show. I own this show. I don't want you.
Put your foot down.
I don't want you to do nothing. Even with Fox, I said, even to the Fox people, don't have her come sing. Have her come walk out and let us salute her. Because it's always something that's going on. We don't want no kind of gaffes and people with the goofiness. Mm-hmm. So we get to the category was divas, right? Mm-hmm. So early on in the show, I said, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Timberlake. And he wasn't there. So it was like, I said, no, Justin Timberlake from San Bernardino, he, you know, his whatever. So when I went, divas, ladies and gentlemen, Mariah Carey, they're like, oh, Jamie, stop playing. Boom, she come out, and the dude start crying. And the dude ran up to us and said, hey, can I hug you? And we hugged. In that moment, bro, is something that's so golden and beyond like what you imagine.
Yeah.
And she didn't understand. I said, I'm telling you, these people are from regular town America, and when you come out, man, they gave her like a 15-minute standing ovation, and it was and she sat at the piano, and I said, you ain't singing nothing. and then one of the categories had her song in it. Mm-hmm. Somebody guessed it, but then the whole audience sung along with it. And I said, you can go now. Thank you for coming. And she just put her finger, and she didn't have to do it. You know, she's bigger than the world, so she did that, and that makes the show have a whole different element to it.
That's beautiful. Can you please make some noise for that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned that the man cried. I heard a funny story about you say that you cried when you saw Prince for the first time.
I did cry when I saw Prince. First time I saw Prince, bro, I couldn't help it, B. Because see, I don't know how old y'all are, but see, I was there when it was soft and wet. Like, you know, I was there when it was soft and wet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I knew everything about this dude, man. I knew the B-sides. You know what I'm saying? I remember writing down the lyrics. In France, a skinny man died of a big disease with a little name. By chance, his girlfriend came across the needle, and soon she did the same. At home, the 17-year-old boys and their idea of fun is being in a gang called the Disciples, high on crack, toting them machine gun. So when I saw that dude, I couldn't get it. And I actually met him December 31st, 1998.
You remember the exact date? That's
Money.
not too long after your birthday.
December 31st, 1998.
New Year's Eve.
It was about to be. Come on, man.
Yo, dap that man right there. Yeah.
They don't understand the significance, man. The significance of 1999 and the album, and I played it. I had to play it before my grandmother come home because she said, what's that devilment you playing? Because Prince was suggestive, man. That's how I knew how to talk to a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like he was, you know, everything. AUT-O-Matic, you know, lady cab driver. Here I am standing in front of this man, December 31st, 1998. And then,
so where were you? Set the scene.
We was
at
MGM in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And I'm going to see Mars Day in the Time. They performing for New Year's, so I'm taking my mom's the whole nine. And I'm living in Vegas at the time. And man, I'm walking. I said, "Oh, fuck, nigga!" I started feeling like I said, "Man, I'm finna, man, and I said some stupid shit like, you know who you are, man?
So this is in the middle of the Jamie Foxx show.
Bro,
so he know
yes,
who you
the
were.
middle of the I didn't give a fuck if he knew who I was. I just said, oh, the bodyguard. I said, hold on, man, please, my dude. Oh my God, man, you know who you are to me, man.
Yeah.
You everything to me, man.
Yes.
And he was like, thank you so much. Motherfucker was sexy. He said, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I said, bro, I know everything about you. So I'm talking to him. I'm telling him about what did you come up with this and how did you come up with that record and the whole nine. And then I made a mistake, babe. I wanted a picture. And I said, yo, let me get the picture. And that was this picture, the throwaway camera. I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I already burnt that one out. Hold on, let me get them. and he was like, oh, I don't do those. I said,
So what does he?
I don't know, but I just feel like I you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like, damn, money.
Please tell me you got another chance.
I blew it, huh? And the bodyguards like, they were trying to tell me like, but I'm so like, man, come on, man, let's just. He said, I don't do that.
So did you get another chance at least?
I didn't get a chance to take a picture with him. It didn't matter because I got a chance to kick it with him.
Okay.
And I was hurt a little bit because I was like, damn, you know, I'm out, you know, because I'm the dude that's on 10. I'm like, I'm the old shit dude. Oh, shit.
Every crew has one of those.
And
yeah.
you know when black people get excited, they march. I was like, oh, shit.
Hey.
I marched over there, and he was like, chill the fuck out, chill out. But that night, I'm gonna tell you how wild it was. So Morris Day and the Time, they playing, right, and they killing. They doing COOL, they doing cool, right? And then Morris goes, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, somebody's coming out here to play with y'all right now. Yes, he's gonna come out, but he's not gonna sing, he's just gonna play. And Prince came out, and he just played. He had a purple, like, frock, like, feather, like, jacket, whatever. And he just killed it. And so that's when I was like, I have to be in this man's space. I remember one time he performed at the Pantages in L.A., little small show. And you know how Prince do. Sometimes he'll just do a little show. So I take my sister. She didn't really know. I said, you guys see this man play. And so we waiting. It's late. The show's supposed to start at 8. It's like 9:30, 10. So the dude come out and say, yo, Prince say he's sick. He want to know, can he come back another day? We're like, no. So he goes back and he said, okay, I'll be back. Another 10 minutes go by. He come out with a cell phone. He goes, this is Prince. And holds it to the crowd. We fall for it. Prince. And then we wait another 10 minutes and all of a sudden,
Oh shit.
just the band is kicking. You know, he had them drums. And all of a sudden the curtain opened, it's just the band. And then in the back, we didn't know the whole time he was just standing there.
Well, he was standing in the back?
He was just standing like in between the band where he blended into the shit and then he just walked out. The motherfucker had blended into the shit and we was like, that's him! And then he said, somebody told me you motherfuckers wasn't getting served. I was wet. I was like, God. It was amazing. And my sister just went nuts. And you know what was great? He sung all the hits. Because sometimes you don't see him, you know, right? Sometimes he don't do the hits. And then the last part of the story, I got a chance to take my daughter years afterwards, year. And so I take my daughter, he was performing in Madison Square Garden. And I said, my daughter's like, Dad, she said, I'm not really, I said, you've heard it. You've heard the music. I said, but when you see this concert, it's going to blow your mind. And he came out. And he did all of the hits, man. And then we got a chance to go on stage with him. So that's why when my man died, it killed me because first of all, you question like, who's around him? How y'all let him?
Yeah.
How you let him do that? You be like, man, these are icons. Whitney, Michael, ain't we learned nothing? And so, but at the same time, one of the old heads told me, he said, man, that's how rock stars do, bro.
Yeah.
Rock stars don't stay long, man. So. It was just, it was amazing.
So I noticed that you brought up your daughter, that she wrote an amazing piece on Refinement 29 about being raised by a star.
Yeah.
And like one of the things that was in it that was really hard to read was how, because you were famous, you had to show up late to some events and leave early. And so talk about how you raised her and the feeling it was of watching you win that Oscar, and what brought her to write that piece.
You know what it is? My daughter's so savvy. My daughter don't ever ask for nothing. It's a trip. Like, you know how most daughters in this situation be like, Dad, I need this car, that car. It's actually in reverse with her.
Well, you're asking.
She don't want it. Look, bro, this is my daughter. I had just got this Rolls Royce, some gaudy piece of whatever it was. Somebody got, the top go back and all that shit. So I'm thinking I'm finna show out. I'm gonna go pick my daughter up in the Rolls Royce. So I'm outside where she at high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all on the phone. On the horn, and she's like, I'm not getting in that car. I said, but baby, look at the top. The top go back. See, that's crazy. This rolls on. Look at the top. The top going back, baby. It's a drop head. That's what they rap about. Come on now. And she says, I ain't getting in the car with you. You're doing too much. So she was always steady like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the pressure of being the kid of someone like me, especially me, always going. So sometimes she'd be like, yo, I just got to get quiet, and I got to find my own space.
So she's centering you.
So she said, so she was centering me on everything.
Yeah.
Even down to, like, Dad, you out there too much. What you mean? So I'm seeing you too much. Seeing you laughing and all your teeth. You need to calm. All the teeth you bought is just too much. And even when it came down to, like, the way I dress, because, I'm getting older. She said, I'd be trying to wear the young clothes. She's like, Dad, that's the stay out the skin. I had some skinny jeans. She said, Dad, if you don't get some man jeans, get out them damn TT fly jeans you got on. And I remember one day I had on some shoes that, there was Sapetris or so whatever they call. They had a buckle and a strap and a zipper and all kinds of, young shit. And
yeah.
She was like,
what the kids are wearing.
Yeah, what are you doing? I said, baby, it's a new thing. See, it's got a zipper and a buckle.
Stylish.
It's stylish. She said, Dad, no, you got old feet. She said, you got the old feet, Dad. You should get you a nice, comfortable shoe. You said you got a feet for, like, marching. You know what I'm saying? So I think she called it civil rights feet or something like that. You got civil. But she would always keep me in check and always sacrifice what she wanted to do. Mm-hmm. And then when I took her to that Oscars when she was a kid, that was the first time she actually got a chance to see what her dad does, because she couldn't watch my movies because she was too young. They were rated R. So when I took her to the Oscars, that was a moment where I got a chance. She was 10 years old, took her out, and that was her debut. And one of the great things she said when we're sitting there waiting to see who's going to win, she whispers in my ear, Dad, even if you don't win, you're still a great actor.
That's beautiful.
I'm leaking right off the bat, like, you can't touch me like that. Oh man. And so I always root for her. She ended up going to college at USC. Mm-hmm. She ended up graduating at USC.
Congratulations.
When all of the other kids, that are in our business, they find other things or bad things to get into. Mm-hmm. She stayed the course. She graduated. And then she wrote that wonderful article. She actually got a job in PR out here. And then by the time she started working on a PR job, she gets this thing for Dolce & Gabbana. And next thing you know, she's walking the catwalk at Dolce & Gabbana. And
that's dope.
Next thing she's a Kenneth Cole. And then she's in I shot a movie called All-Star Weekend, and she's actually in that. So it worked out cool, man. And you cannot, listen, I tell you, I don't know who got kids, but your kids are going to be what they're born.
Yeah.
You can shape them. You can put them here and put them there. But if they born good, most of the time they're going to be good.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
And it's one thing, you talk about that speech and you winning the Oscar. It's one that gave me chills was seeing Oprah throw her fist up. The camera caught the perfect shot.
Yeah.
Throw her fist up in celebration. Yeah.
Well, Oprah saved me, though.
She anointed you almost.
Oprah saved me because during that time, I was blowing it, bro. I didn't think we was going to win the Oscar. I'm like, I didn't really know that much about Oscars. I was like, we just partying. I'm like, we get this Oscar buzz right now. I was just going to the parties, drinking, going to the club. They put it on the Oscars, man. I'm like, I'm like way out of control. I'm getting everybody number. This is like before the Oscars. It's like I remember going to the Golden Globes. I'm drinking and shit. Get out the car with my date, and I'm like, we got nominated for 3 different things. We going 3 down. And so I didn't realize that there was a certain way that you had to approach this. Mm-hmm. And so I get a call from Oprah. Hi, Jamie Foxx.
I love it.
I said, who's this? It's all prop. I said, who? All prop. I said, who is this? It's all pro Jamie Foxx. And she literally said, listen, I want to talk to you because I think you could win this thing, but you're not going to win it the way you're acting. Because I was out there, well, I'm in Miami, I'm fighting in the club. She, I'm an Oscar, I'm about to win an Oscar, bitch, I'm that. So she says, I want to take you somewhere so you can understand the significance of what your Oscar will do for us and everybody in the world. I said, oh, I'm with you. So she takes me to Quincy Jones's house. And Quincy comes out, hey, man, shit, man, you did a great job on that. Ray Charles, man, wonderful, man. I remember Michael and I when we did Thriller, man. It was such a great time. You know, 54 million records sold, man, but there was a certain way we had to carry ourselves, man. You know, because Ray Charles, you did a great job. Let's not blow it. And so I go into his house, and it's all of the black actors from the 60s and the 70s that I grew up watching. Yeah. Some of the people you may not know, but you remember playing them. They played bit parts here and there, and they were standing there like, please do this the right way, because Ray Charles is a decent character to give the Oscars to, because usually the Oscar, it could be, you could question like, why are they, so it's decent, not hating on anybody else, but you know, this was one, and I was like, wow, and I'm meeting all of these people that I grew up admiring, and then Oprah goes, okay, you want to see who you came here to meet? I said, who? He's right there, and it was Sidney Poitier. Wow. In a tuxedo, and he's waiting. He said, go up there and talk to him and see what you need to do. And when I walked up to Mr. Poitier, he says, I saw you one time. You were at a party. Do you remember that? I was like, I do. And I'm shaking. He says, I want to give you one thing. I want to give you responsibility. And I was like this. I said, whatever I need to do, Mr. Poitier, I'll do it. And he says, your performance made me grow 2 inches. Let's make sure that we capture it. And after that, bro, that's when I got my shit together. And then that night is Oprah, like she's always done her whole life, reaching out and making sure that someone is okay. And we did it, and it was amazing. And the stuff that went on along behind the scenes, because there is a little bit of a game to it.
It's a campaign.
It was a little bit of a game to it that we had to overcome. But once we did it, it was great. And then once I won it, then I could celebrate like I wanted to. Because I didn't go to the Vanity Fair party.
No, you had your own.
No. I said, I ain't going. They not loose. I'm about to get loose, man. We got this thing. And I invited all of the Hollywood people that I know, the homies, the black folks, the cool white folks, everybody that want to party with me. I said, I got this thing, man. Y'all get it right. And when I got in there, I walked in that club, and it was everybody. Lisa Ray. It was everybody. And I mean the homies. Yeah. From the hood, you know what I'm saying, that I've known of it, and it was weed. I mean, it was everything. Weed smoke was blowing, and they took the trophy out my hand, and people was taking pictures with it. I didn't see that trophy by two hours.
I mean, you didn't have it at your place for a long time. You have it now.
But that night they took the trophy, and I didn't see the trophy. And when I got the trophy back, the man was all off the base, and he said, man, they smoking so much weed. But it was great. But you're right, I didn't take it home.
It's beautiful. We have some questions from the audience.
Okay.
Hi, Jamie.
Hey, love.
Hey,
how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So, what's the most difficult song you had on Beat Shazam?
What's the most difficult song? We had a song. It was a category. Anytime it was alternative, that was tough, because I think we had a song by White Snake or something that was just really like. It was tough, and not without giving all of the songs away, because we have you have the show. But there was one where the ladies got to the last round, and I promise you, I don't know how. I mean, these songs were so tough. I actually had to apologize, but at the same time, Shazam was tough. But when it hit that alternative, boy, that's where everybody in the audience go, oh shit, here come that alternative again. But it was tough. But like I said, I had to learn not to stereotype.
Yes.
I had to learn not to stereotype, because I see a brother, and I bet, we got the hip-hop category.
R&B, yeah, I see you, R&B, I see you.
I see you, B, huh? And they miss all of them. And I'll be, yo, Money, you all right? But then the country music come on, he know all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Then we had a white lady from South Carolina, 63 years old. She came out dabbing. And I'm like, what? She had all of the R&B and hip hop.
Really?
All of it. I said, how you know all this? Well, Jamie, down here in South Carolina, some of my best friends are of color. And it was so right and wrong. That, you know what I'm saying? That answer was so right and wrong, but it was so genuine. No, some of my best friends are of the color. And it
That's
was
like
just
kind of PC. She almost hit it.
oh shit! But you know what? Once you see it,
Yeah.
and what she did, and how she was dancing, and her husband was in the audience, and they really know the culture. So I had to learn not to stereotype because everybody knew all kinds of music.
We got another question. Okay.
Hi, Jamie.
Hey,
How
love.
are you? My name is Chanel.
Nice to meet you,
And
Chanel.
I just want to thank you first for paying homage to Prince because
Yeah.
my son is here. He'll tell you I've been to over 20 Prince concerts and
Oh,
met him
man.
4 times. So
Oh,
I was
my
heartbroken.
God. You understand.
as well. Definitely, I
understand.
understand. And I want to say thank you for being so iconic. You
Oh,
know,
man,
in your
thanks.
own right, a great father.
Yeah.
You know, and also for doing the comedy, the acting, and the singing. I
you.
love your singing, especially
Thank
when you
you.
would do Adore and No Weapon.
Yeah.
And I need you to put that
no
on an album.
weapon
Yes.
formed against me. I was listening to Commission the other day. Oh my goodness, crazy.
But I want to
You know that was the first R&B group. That's where everybody got their stuff from. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I want to ask you, would you ever consider doing a signature comedy tour of your own and adding like some giants in there?
Well, this is what we gonna do. Like while we was doing the show, like we was getting out, we doing all the jokes and stuff like that. So what I'm doing this summer, I'm doing a pop-up.
Oh, really?
I'm doing pop-up. I'm going to all of the comedy clubs that I started out. So I'm gonna go to Boston. I'm gonna come to New York, and I'm gonna do a pop. And so on my Instagram, I am Jamie Foxx. My Instagram, I'm sort of giving the clues of where I'm gonna be because I just want to go to all of those places where I was in the kitchen waiting to go on. Because if you know anything about me, what I learned about doing comedy, and what I learned about being too fly, like I always got to stay goofy. I can't never get too fly. Like
Can't
if
be too cool.
Yeah, because when you see comics get too fly and it's too... I remember one time it was right after in Living Color, I was doing rich jokes. I came out, got that new Range Rover, anybody else? Crazy, huh? The square footage of the house is nuts. And they looking at me like, what the fuck? And I got off the stage, I was like, all right, thank you, I'm Jamie Foxx. And people are like,
Yeah. Because it feels like you're stunting on them in a sense.
fuck is it? But in my mind, I'm thinking they going crazy. And I learned an important lesson. I'm standing outside that club, and while I'm standing outside trying to talk to a girl over there like that, the door on the club went, and people are going crazy. I was like, who is that? I just got off the stage. Can't be nobody better than me. I walked in there, it was a young man by the name of Chris Tucker. He had like a little tank top on, didn't even fit him. And he was a comic samurai. He cut everybody's heads off, had them laughing, put them in the bag, and walked past me.
Yeah.
He said, I'm here. I was like, I was like, what the hell? And I couldn't get my funny back because I was riding in the Range Rover with a new clothes. So I had to go to Okinawa and perform for the GIs in the military so I could sort of like say some old
The
jokes.
mid-90s?
This is 93, 94 maybe.
Okay.
And I said, I went to Okinawa, did it for the troops, the whole 9. I had gained a lot of weight because I was living in Vegas, so I was like 216 pounds. And I'm just, fame face. You know what fame face is?
No.
That's where you see somebody when they finally get their check, they start to, the face get kind of fat because they've been eating. That fame face. I had the double F, right? So I got the fame face, but I'm killing. And at one point while I'm doing my jokes, right, I did a good joke, but that's when they was wearing a vest in the shirt. But I couldn't button the vest all the way down here, so I had the 2 buttons was open right here, so I'm like this here, right? And I rested for a second, and one of the GIs, it was a girl, she said, why your belly so big? And you know when a black woman say something, everybody here, why your belly so big, Jamie? I said, and I couldn't really bag on her because it's the GIs.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going to get back. I'm going to get back in shape. Got back in shape, and then the next thing you know, the Jamie Foxx show. That was 96. Now, what's funny was I got my funny back. I stay goofy. I don't give a shit. I'm never going to be fly. I said, I want to still keep that goofy shit. And then here come the Oscars, and I went on stage like a couple of weeks before the Oscars at the comedy place, but I did my jokes like I'm broke, whole nine. And after I finish it, get off the stage, they say, yo, give it up for Jamie Foxx, but we got somebody else in the audience. We got somebody else in the audience too. We got another icon, Chris Tucker.
Ooh.
And now Chris Tucker came up with a blue suit on and a red tie. He almost looked like he was running for office. And he said something like, I wonder if women like me for me or they like me for my money. And everybody went, and I knew what he was going through. So when he did that, I said, yo, I know what it is. It's the gates. It's the money, the house. I said, you got to turn all that shit in. Turn it in and stay goofy, my dude. My mansion is dysfunctional. Everything in my house, some shit don't be working. Like, people come to my house and be like, yo, Fox, what's with your bathroom? Gone. Just jiggle the handle, nigga. Jiggle the handle. I ain't gonna fix it. I don't fix shit. There's a room in my house. My daughter be like, when you gonna fix it? I gotta stay goofy. I got to stay goofy. So that's my thing. I gotta do that. And then when I come out with the new stuff I got, yo, I just did one for you, the perceptionism joke.
Yes, yes.
So we'll get to that. So.
We have one more question.
What's going on, Jamie?
What up, baby?
So my favorite show was the Jamie Foxx show growing up back in the day. I grew up on that. So once this show blows up and Fox wants to give you another show, would you ever bring that back? Because I want to know what's going on with Jamie and Fancy. I want to see what's going on with Aunt Helen.
It's
Uncle
crazy
Junior,
that you say that because I talk to Garcelle Beauvais all the time. Our kids grew up together. It's crazy. So on the show, we were having such a good time, and this is what we can't wait to do. So make sure you get on my Instagram, I am Jamie Foxx, because the stuff that was going on behind the scenes was a whole nother show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we do the show, then when they go to commercial, my boy Speedy, he been telling jokes for 30 years. We telling jokes, people bagging on each other, people singing the whole nine. I said, listen, we should bottle this up and do another show where we just clowning and have a good time, because right now people just need to break free, have a good time. And I want to say this too, Manchester, I got to say before I leave, man, let's figure it out. We was talking backstage about the politics and everything like that. We need everybody to pull together. We need to challenge our politicians. Mm-hmm. We need to challenge both the Democrat, whoever you are, stop the bullshit. Because all of while y'all arguing and shit, we the ones suffering.
We gotta be on the same page.
We suffering, B.
Yeah.
It's like no way them kids, no way them babies should be in that type of situation because we bickering at the top and all this kind of shit. We gotta hold everybody accountable. We gotta hold the media accountable. We got to hold them accountable because the narrative of the media sometimes almost like they want the bad guys.
Yeah.
So they could get the stories, and they got to stop that bullshit, man. I'm telling you, it's going to get crazy unless we all say, hey, man, we got to figure out a way because whoever that individual is that's watching what's on our media and watching us and how we acting out, we got to be mindful of that because it's a different age. It's a different time now. People have too much access.
Yes.
They got too much access. So we got to be mindful of everything because there's no way them babies, man, should go to that concert and not be able to come home.
Yeah.
It's too much, and we have to challenge. I don't care who it is, if it's Trump, if it's Obama, if it's Bernie, if it's Hillary, we need to get them motherfuckers together and work it out because we sitting here going, we know what it is.
Yes, please.
We know what it is. We know what it is, man. Like me and you were talking back there. They so thirsty to have the job. They don't give a fuck. They so thirsty to be the president or to be the this or that. They not really giving a fuck. If you really notice it, if you look at the way the media channels, at one point, one of the media stations did an expose on a person who's bombing people. Why you do that? Mm-hmm. Why you do that? Why you make him look sexy? Why you make, and they made him look sad, and he's and his cause, and he don't care about blowing up. Why you do that? We gotta question that shit. We gotta raise our heads up and say, hey man, it's too much. No way them babies should be going through that with our grown ass, with everything that we doing. And I know we doing Beat Shazam and all that. I said, but it's something sincere going on. I've been over in Budapest for 6 months.
You were filming Robin Hood.
I've been in Croatia. I've been in all these different places that know what it is. I was in Paris. Streets was empty. Somebody just shot the cop. Streets was empty. Why are they bickering back and forth on who's gonna be the president? I'm telling you, man, we got to make sure that we hold them accountable and be sincere and stop all of the whatever the labels are. If you notice media, what they always do. So-and-so from the right and so-and-so from the left here today. Why they do that?
But don't you believe it's also more educating ourselves to be able to parse through that information?
Listen, it's educating yourself. Read the good stuff about people. Stop reading the bad stuff about everybody. Read the good stuff about the Muslim. Read the good stuff about the Christian. Read the good stuff about the Seventh-day Adventists. They all want the same thing.
Yeah.
They all want to go to heaven, man.
They all want to go to heaven.
They all want to do good.
Yeah.
Stop reading the goofy shit and stop letting them tell you what all the bad shit is. There was a situation where I won't say his name, but it was about gun violence and about what we should do. And he knew I'm from Texas, and he knows I believe in owning guns, but I believe in owning guns respectfully. I'm a Democrat, but that doesn't mean that I don't believe in other things. Like I believe in prayer in schools. Why, Fox? Because when I grew up and we had prayer, it would settle a kid. I didn't care who you prayed for, but it would settle you. So he wanted me to come on the show, and he said, I want to come on. I said, listen, man, I'm not going to come on the show if you have someone from the left and someone from the right. Because when you do that, only the people from the left going to listen to him, only people from the right, and you're going to miss all the great messages. I said, because all what you're trying to do is get your ratings up.
And cause a fight.
Listen, think about it. Think about what went on. Not even talking about the presidency or anything like that, but you know they want the drama. They want the drama, man. Everybody wants the drama because there's more ratings. It's a movie. We'll do a movie about it.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do a special about it. We'll do a series, we'll do an expose. And it's killing us. Look what happened in Manchester. Look at it. That's them babies. Let's get rid of all that. Let's do some good.
Yeah.
I'm done?
No, let's do some good.
Oh.
Do some good. And actually, one more. I got one last
I was about to drop the mic.
Yeah, he was about to leave. You're turning the big 25. No, I'm kidding. You're turning 50 in 6 months.
Yeah, 50. Crazy, right?
Yeah, crazy. And you're known for your parties. How are you planning on celebrating?
Listen, man, I'm going to get with my family. We're going to have a family time and all of my friends. We're going to do that first. Then I'm going to fly somewhere, and I'm going to get on that boat, and I'm going to sail. And the rest I can't tell you, dog. The rest I can't tell you, dog.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx,
Thank you so
everybody.
much, man. Beat Shazam.
It's on Thursdays, 8, 7 Central. Make sure you guys tune in.
Beat Shazam, check it out. Not only is it funny and fun, but the stories of the people is amazing. And then when that money get going, it's gonna be crazy. And all your favorite songs, you're gonna sing along to it. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Make sure you guys tune in. Beat Shazam, Thursdays, 8, 7 Central. Also got Baby Driver and so much coming out. Jamie Foxx.
Baby Driver, June 28th, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I apologize for Sleepless.
Can you give us
Sleepless was
Kevin
13%. But my bad on that, man. Damn, man, my bad. But Baby Driver with Ansel Edgar Wright at the helm, Kevin Spacey, John Hamm, Asa Gonzalez. June 28th, you about to be on a ride. 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Thanks, guys. This is Build. Peace.